Hey there, Maverick Nation. Welcome to this special episode of Bullpen Bites. We are out here at Mammal Hall on the campus of UNO for today's selection show for the men's March Madness tournament. Now, we got a reception going on before things get started. Everything's filling up right now. Let me flip things around here a little bit here. But yeah, we got a pretty good crowd on hand already. Hey, all waiting out here to find out where we're going. Of course, we got the Big Ten title game going on between Weasel Scum and Wisconsin. Let me check the clock in the back here. It's about 4:18. Of course, the selection show is going to start up about 8. And we'll find out where we're going and who we're playing when that gets started up. Currently, I believe one of the early projections just for today has shown we are going to go to Providence and face St. John's as a 15 seed. But, we'll find out when the selection show starts. It's up here at 5. And we'll be right back as soon as it gets going.
It's all about the timing over there, too.
Every single day, this is going to be really hot level basketball in this tournament take place. The NCAA Men's Basketball Championship Selection Show is just a few minutes away from now, just for the 6 minutes that we have seconds. I'm sorry, Davis. As we said, you guys the official selection.
If that's okay, just have
donate money to sit there. Sit there, homie.
All signed up. I don't know about
great game against my own squad.
on my lap.
Another team yes, we know that team is so cohesive. They are veteran guys that almost national titles in Division II.
I got like 4 tests. I'm so sorry. I saw him the last that I got. I'm not sure. Oh, really? Yeah. Because I got like 4 texts making sure it wasn't me. And I was like, no, I'm not home watching Spider-Man. I hope they're okay though. Another season. Okay.
What's special about the tournament is, aside from the fact, and under normal circumstances it should be enough, but aside from the fact that it brings the best teams in the country together to play head to head, there's also that possibility that someone unexpected will come out of the blue. If you like basketball, there's no better place to be.
Yes, a tribute to our legendary friend and colleague. Greg loved this time of year. He loved this day, and it is an honor to sit in his seat again. Adam Zucker here. Welcome to the NCAA March Madness Men's Basketball Championship Selection Show, alongside my friends Clark Kellogg, Jay Wright, and Seth Davis, as we carry Greg's joy forward into March.
Forever changed in a positive and significant way, because he was my colleague and friend sitting in that seat for over 2 decades, and he did it with great class, great composure, great humor, and great humility. Forever remember, and I'm so much better for having spent time in his orbit as a friend and colleague.
Well said. As a coach and player, his voice is the voice of accomplishment. When you hear his voice, you know you've done something because you're watching Selection Show. And then in my first year in TV, I got to have him as a mentor. Great man. We're going to miss him dearly, as will this tournament.
I hear his voice all the time. We're wearing these pins, by the way. It says GG on there to honor him. One of the many things that made Greg great is he never wanted this to be about him. So start us up.
You got it, Seth. But we are the only 4 people in this room not wearing Rolling Stones t-shirts. We will celebrate Greg forever. And in 22 days, one team will be celebrating, hoisting this coveted trophy to be the champion. And to be the champion, you must be one of the NCAA 68 tournament teams. 31 teams have received an automatic bid. 37 more are about to receive. #1 overall seed, and they head up the South region, destination Atlanta and beyond. 16 Block 1 wins. They are 1 seed for the 2nd time ever, behind SEC Player of the Year, Janai Broome. They will be scouting the first 4 matchup between Alabama State, the Southwest Atlantic champions, and St. Francis, in the tournament for the first time since 1991, with a record of 16-17. We move to Thursday action in Lexington, where we find Louisville is the 8th seed and going to Lexington. They look to finish 9th in the ACC, but now with head coach Pat Kelsey, they won 19 more games than a year ago back in the dance for the first time since 2019.
Not a big road trip for them.
The Cream.
That's gonna be a good game.
Action in Denver on
That's gonna be
Thursday
a
with
good
the 5
game.
seed.
Oh, yeah.
Michigan, and they're still celebrating their Big Ten crown and a 17-win improvement in their first year under Dusty May.
Yeah, they've got a lot to celebrate, but they got to be wondering, didn't we just win the Big Ten title? How come we're a 5 seed? I'm a little surprised to see them that low. Not a great move there for the Big Ten.
And they will face in Denver, UC San Diego. The Tritons, making their first appearance in their first season of tournament eligibility and bring the nation's longest winning streak, 15 in a row.
And one of the best offenses and defenses in the country when you talk about forcing turnovers and scoring the basketball.
We move on to the 4 versus 13
Yeah, go
game.
UCSD.
And it's Texas A&M. They got their first ever win over a #1 in school history when they defeated Auburn earlier this year. They're in the same region. They lead the nation in offensive rebounding, and they will face the Ivy League champs, Yale Bulldogs, back-to-back for the first time in school history.
That is a tough matchup. Texas A&M had a great year to get Yale in the tournament. Yale is as physical as anybody in this tournament. So is Texas A&M.
All right, we go to the bottom half of the South region now with games in Milwaukee on Friday. And it's Ole Miss in for the first time since 2019, led by a roster of 10 seniors. And they will be scouting the first four in San. And look at this. San Diego State. They will face North Carolina.
Is your answer with that 12 record? They got it because of their non-conference strength of schedule, which is the best strongest in the country, but that's going to be a big-time topic of conversation.
No question about it. All right, to the 3 seed, playing on Friday, and it is Iowa State, a 17-2 start.
We're going to find out.
Stars back from injury on Tannen Lipsey and Keyshawn Gilbert. They will face the Lipscomb Bisons, the guys from Nashville making their second ever appearance. Now to the 7-10 matchup in Cleveland. We have Marquette. Shaka Smart's team is the 7 seed, and they will face the New Mexico Lobos, led by Mountain West Player of the Year, Donovan Dent, helping Richard Pitino earn Conference Coach of the Year.
Donovan Dent, Cam Jones, and that one, guys.
And the 2 seed is Michigan State. Team has advanced to 27 straight NCAA. 2 appearances, extending 7-1 against
Season for Michigan State. Not really on anybody's radar screen to start the season, work themselves into a 2 seed by how well they perform.
And they will face, to get things going,
Well, that's one region down.
I tell you, looking at Louisville's main seed, that team is back. Kelsey, another year playing ACC tournament championship game and end up being in that 18. We'll go down to the bottom of the bracket now, and obviously the North Carolina situation. It'll be interesting to hear how they ended up being in the bracket based on what the numbers look like. But again, new methods, we'll have the chair be able to explain that to us later on.
To go down to the bottom, the second from the bottom, that would make my mention earlier. 2 of the best point guards in the country going at it. That is going to be a great matchup. And Michigan State, they don't know where they were earlier in the season. If you look at them combined as a 2 seed, Paul Martelli Jr. was getting a hot team, but I think he's a little upset that they didn't make it to the finals of the Big Ten. So that
It was the other kid. It was the other one.
You guys will have big predictions.
He made a joke
later
about
in the
it.
show. The Capital One NCAA March Madness Bracket Challenge, the official bracket game of NCAA March Madness for both the men's and women, is almost ready for your picks. Get your bracket started at play.ncaa.com. Over here in the East region, the men's basketball championship selection show continues. A 68-team field is set up.
All right.
NCAA and its corporate champion, Coke Zero Sugar. Our attention now is on the upper right quadrant, and the Duke Blue Devils are the second overall #1 seed. They have the top spot in the East, the first team in ACC history to lead their conference in scoring offense and defense.
All right, here we go.
Superstar Cooper Flag out. He is expected back for the tournament. They will be watching the first 4 matchup between Patriot League champ American and Mount St. Mary's out of the Mount St. Mary's Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference champions. The 8-9 matchup in Raleigh features Mississippi State, led by Josh Hubbard and company, highest scoring Bulldogs team since 1991. There you go. They will face the 9 seed Baylor, the 2021 national champs, led by Big 12 Freshman of the Year, VJ Edgecombe. More Friday action. This takes us to Seattle, where Oregon is the 5 seed. Always dangerous non-conference wins over Alabama and Texas A&M to go with 12 conference wins in their inaugural Big Ten season. And they'll face Liberty, You better crack 70 points against the Flames. The Conference USA champions are 25-0 when you don't. That's the 5-12 matchup. The 4 seed is Arizona. Made it all the way to the Big 12 title game in their first season in the conference. Way to go, Coach Tommy Lloyd. They will face the 13 seed Akron Zips. 28 wins, a school record, erasing an 18-point deficit in the MAC title game to get it at the buzzer.
Akron Zips are a team that knows how to win. That's a tough team to match up against in the tournament.
There you go. We go to the bottom half now. The 6th seed, the BYU Cougars. These guys have looked amazing at times. Kevin Young took over from Mark Pope and won 17 games by double figures. They won 9 straight until falling to Houston in the Big 12 semifinals. Their opponent, the 11th seed VCU, who left no doubt winning the A-10 championship for the second time in 3 years, led by Conference Player of the Year Max Schulder, who had 18 points today in the clincher.
Stingy defense versus high-octane offense. The Rams can turn your water off, and BYU can score with the best of it.
That's a good point.
Speaking of offense, the 3 seed here, Wisconsin, the highest scoring Wisconsin team since the 70-71 season. Time to clap again. I know they just fell in the Michigan Big 10 championship game. John Thompson this March. And they will face the 14 seed Montana Grizzlies, Big Sky champs, who come in having won 14 of their last 15 games. We shift to Cleveland for Friday action now. The 7 seed, the dangerous one, St. Mary's. The Gales won the West Coast Conference by 3 games, their largest margin ever. Top 5 scoring defense, number 1 rebound margin in the country. And they will face the 10 seed out of the SEC, Mark Byington in his first season there. 11-win increase.
There's a bubble team as a 10 seed. Vanderbilt not only in the bracket, but not being in the first 4 shows the respect for the SEC. 5-9 in quad 1, those wins over Tennessee and Kentucky at home for the men.
There you go. The 2 seed in the East. The regionals will be in Newark. It's the number 1 scoring team in the country, Alabama. Cracked 90 points, 18 times. These guys can put it up. Nate Oates leading the tie to their first Final Four last year. The 15 seed facing them will be.
So that is half the bracket down. We avoid Michigan State and we avoid Alabama. Yeah, we were projected even before this week that 68% we were going to be a 15 seed after beating St. Thomas. So, true, they could, but I don't think they're going to put us as a 16. I think we're going to be a 15.
See what we got. Next up, look at VCU BYU. I was going to pick BYU Rally to go deep. Because they play team guy, they're a very mature team. They got a lot of work. That's why I'm talking about it. Getting by this one is going to be tough. These are 2 great teams.
Hey, you like points and you guys know I do. This is the region theater. You kidding me? Duke, Arizona, BYU, Wisconsin, Alabama, St. Mary's is the flying right there. I actually think BYU has enough to get with the Elite 8. That's what I'm calling here.
You like offense?
I like offense, yeah. And I don't like Alabama right now.
Okay, that gives us the East region. The wait is over for half the field. 2 regions down, still 2 to go. Will it be joy or heartbreak? The team still anxiously anticipating their commercial in this year's NCAA tournament field. And as we go to break, another look at the reaction to that. We'll reveal the Midwest region when the March Madness selection show continues on CBS. many conference champs still wondering where they'll be slotted and who they will play. 18 teams. We are now in the Midwest region in the Little West. Houston Cougars, third overall, number one seed for the third straight season.
Regular season champ, conference calling champ, answered every question this year. They're healthy this year.
Okay, here we go. Midwest region.
Second in scoring defense nationally. And let's say, welcome to the NCAA tournament, SIUE. The guys from Edwardsville.
All right, so we avoid Houston.
And in for the 26th straight year. Gonzaga, second in the nation in scoring. They've made 9 straight Sweet 16s.
There was talk about Gonzaga probably falling to this line and how dangerous this team can be. They've been 9 straight Sweet 16s, and they got a championship caliber culture. This is dangerous. Really high octane offensively, and one of the best point guards in the country in Ryan Nembhard.
And in that 8-9 game, they will face a Georgia Bulldog squad that took down Florida, Kentucky, and St. John's as they go for their first tournament win since 2002.
That's dog-on-dog violence right there.
The 5 seed,
Yeah.
Clemson. The Tigers set a school record with 27 wins, had a winning ACC road record for the first time since 1987. Perhaps most importantly, they were the only ACC team to beat Duke this year. The 12 seed is McNeese. Will Wade makes it back-to-back trips as Southland Conference champs. Keep an eye out for their celebrity manager, Amir The 4 seed is last year's national runner-up in the dance for the 10th straight time behind Big Ten Player of the Year, Braden Smith. And in Providence, they will face High Point, who's having a new high point for their program. And their first tournament appearance, overcoming a 15-point deficit in the second half of the Big South.
The Panthers can put it in the basket.
In every way. We go to the bottom half of the Midwest, where they're playing to get to the regionals in Indy, and it's Illinois as the 6th seed, the highest scoring team in the Big Ten, despite injury and illness, forcing Brad Underwood to use 7 different starting lineups since January 8th, and they will be watching this matchup, Texas against Xavier in the first 4.
So Xavier was 1-9 in quarter 1, which means that Xavier and North Carolina built the combined 2 and 21 in quarter 1. Texas, they had 7 quad 1 wins, but they were underwater in quad 2. That double overtime win over Texas A&M in the league tournament put them in. We've been saying, guys, all season long, SEC, SEC, SEC. The committee apparently agreed.
Pretty wild right there. Number 3 seed here is Kentucky. If you want SEC, that's the team we've revealed from the conference. Without a single player back from last year, Mark Pope, captain of that 96 title team, has them at a 3 seed, and they will face the Troy Trojans, featuring the school's first ever Sun Belt Player of the Year, Tatum Conaway. So look out there. The 7-10 matchup in Lexington. UCLA in their first season in the Big Ten led the conference in scoring defense as Mick Cronin has surpassed the 500 win mark. And 3 different coaches, 3 straight tournament appearances for Utah State, their opponent for that 7-10 matchup. The 2 seed in Lexington will be Tennessee, alongside the best coach in history this year, the number 1 spot in the rankings for 5 weeks, and led by
Let's see.
transfer again this year, Jazz Lanier, by the University of North Florida.
Are we going to Lexington?
Wofford.
Oh!
That's the Providence.
We're for sure playing St. John's. We definitely played St. John's. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Very much links out. Illinois has been a team that's been knockout games. It's really impressive. They've had some trouble, some turbulence because of injury. Can they get it right and regroup and reset? Because they're as good as anybody. And then you got the Texas A&M.
That means we will be going to the final region.
Several teams remain on edge.
TNT Sports would like to recognize and thank our official NCAA corporate champions and corporate partners for their ongoing support of the NCAA and NCAA student athletes throughout the year.
All right, welcome back. 3 brackets down. It's good to see their school makes it into the big dance. That wait ends now. It's time for the final region of the tournament brackets from the NCAA. And its corporate champions bear down in the lower left quadrant. The West, Florida is the number 1 team here.
Here we go, West Region.
Tell you what, they're clearly was the most dominant team all year long. But the last 2 months, this has been the most complete and impressive team to me, the Florida Gators.
Winning the SEC tournament earlier today, their opponent will be Norfolk State as they begin action in the North Carolina Indiana champs. The 8-9 game in Raleigh. The 2-time defending national champs, UConn, leading the country in blocks per game, and they will face Oklahoma, who can 13 down and
Including winning the battle for Atlantis. That was a team that was supposed to be on the ball. How about the number 9 seed pretty soon? SEC.
And that is now 12 teams from the SEC, a new record for a conference. We shift to Friday action in Seattle. Memphis won the American Championship earlier today without Tyrese Hunter. They have wins over Michigan State, UConn, and Clemson. They will face 12 seed Colorado State, who's coming in on a 10-game winning streak.
And Lee Clifford, the country's going to get to see him. It's a shame they're going to get to see him against Memphis because that's a team that can really play too. And I hope they get Tyrese Hunter.
Also on Friday in Seattle, the Crab 5, the highest scoring starting 5 in the country. Maryland is in, and keep an eye on Big Ten Freshman of the Year, Derek Queen, who leads them in scoring and rebounds. Great season from the Terps. And they will face Grand Canyon. The Antelopes are in high gear in the tournament legend Bryce Drew, 3rd straight tournament out of Colorado. We now go to the bottom half of the Midwest region for action in Wichita.
There we go.
The SEC last year, 10-8. This time around, a top 10 scoring offense.
How about the contrasted styles here?
Are you ready? The 11th seed is Drake, a program record 30 wins, to a 3rd straight Missouri Valley crown.
And those Bulldogs are tough. They defend at a high level. And one of the best players and stat sheet stuffers in the country, in Bennett Sturts. This is going to be one that's must-watch TV.
Number 1 scoring defense in the country. The 3 seed in Wichita is Texas Tech, the highest scoring Texas Tech team in 30 years, led by JT Toppin, who we've seen take over games, a school record 15 conference wins. They were the only team to win at Houston. They will face UNCW, CAA champs, for the second time more than anybody else.
Never gets old seeing these teams.
Winner against Seahawks. The 7-10 matchup Thursday in Providence, Kansas. The streak continues in the tournament for a record 35th straight season. And their opponent, John Calipari of Arkansas, dancing in his
Oh boy.
in Fayetteville.
So it looks like the projections this morning were right.
Calipari, you kidding me?
Want another big name coach?
I do. Give me one out.
The 2 seed is Rick Pitino in St. John's. The first 6 different schools to the tournament. Way to go, guys. Winning the Big East tournament crown last night for the first time since 2000. But if we have an upset, hide the...
Challenging for a team that wants to play fast. Can Missouri stay patient and poised against a team that's really good defensively and against the shot clock? I like Drake to be a double-digit seed winner there.
And then let's look at the bottom there, second from the bottom, Kansas, Arkansas. Arkansas is going to get Boogie Flan back.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how John Calipari puts him into the lineup. But that's going to give them some depth that they didn't have. Kansas, I think, still's got veterans to play. That's going to be a great game. And then the winner could possibly get Rick Pitino in the next round. You can't get better than that.
All right, let's take a look now. We're going to move to this, the breakdown of the conferences that earned multiple bids. And the SEC leading the way with 14, a new record by 3. The Big Ten with 8. There are 7 teams from the Big 12, 5 from the Big East. ACC getting just 4 bids, the lowest total since 2013. And now we turn our attention to the last 4 teams in, and the 4 teams that were close but did not make the tournament. Those are on the right-hand side. Is there a team that was left out that you feel should have made it?
I had Indiana and West Virginia in over North Carolina and Xavier. I gotta say, Indiana is the one that sticks out to me. They had a win at Michigan State, home against Purdue, 4 and 13 quad runs, so more than Carolina. And unlike Carolina, North Carolina also had a quad 3 loss at home to State, but Indiana did not have any losses outside of quad 1. So I'm curious to hear the reasoning. North Carolina had a great non-conference strength of schedule, terrific in the metrics, but the bottom line is going to be 1 quad 1 win to Indiana's 4. Carolina had a quad 3 loss. Indiana didn't have any losses outside of
Not everybody votes on every round of these particular teams. And when you put yourself in a position, I take this from you, when you put yourself in a position to be able to, then you end up getting whatever you get. And that's basically what happened there. I'm surprised by North Carolina. But again, with the new metrics, adding to the toolkit of the committee, it'll be interesting to see how that's explained as these people 12 get one now.
That's your point. It only takes a few guys on the committee to obviously the metrics are important for some of these choices, especially
You can say game on. It's brackets for a chance to win an all-new 2025 Nissan Armada. Learn more at cbssports.com/Nissan. And as we hit the break, we'll look at a few more of the jubilant celebrations. Next, we'll talk with gentlemen for your song selection process.
All right, well, there we go. It is official. We will be heading to Providence to go play St. John's first round. Now, they will be having a send-off for the team come Tuesday. Keep abreast of social media for a time for that, but that will be at Baxter on Tuesday. They come out, join us, send the guys off up to hopefully their first win in the tournament. And well, until then, and we'll see you later, Maverick Nation. As always, go Mavs!